Hey y'all, welcome back to the vlog. I hope you are doing well. Now look here, roast me. If you must, roast me, because in my mind, I feel like this vlog was supposed to go out like a cool week and a half ago, maybe even 2 weeks, and yet here we are. So I am most certainly coming to you in my jammy jams because quite frankly, it's giving now or never, okay? Something else I also want you to know is that before I even began the first edit, okay, I had about 4 hours and 15 minutes worth of footage. Yeah, I know. I could not quite hush my mouth. So even though I tried so hard to edit it down, I still ended up with somewhere around an hour and 30 minutes of footage. And that's even before I came back to do the outro, because I still don't have an outro for this. And I know I'm going to have to film one. So with that being said, I have decided to split this vlog into 2 parts to make it easier, because I just do not trust the speed of my internet to be able to upload a feature film in a reasonable amount of time. That's really what it comes down to. Like, it really do be struggling even on the regular vlog. So to ask it to do a feature film, I just personally feel like I'm asking for trouble. So really, that's pretty much all I came in here to say. Okay, there is a vlog. This is it. It's 2 parts. This is part 1, and part 2, I haven't decided when I'm going to upload it yet, but I'm thinking within like the next day or so, because this is really just going to put y'all on notice that there is another vlog coming. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the vlog. I was just supposed to be brushing my teeth, which then turned into washing my face, which turned into my sink almost flooding. Bruh. Oh man, got to be more careful. We have pulled up to the dermatologist's office and I couldn't be more grateful. I was actually thinking about calling to make an appointment last month until I looked at my calendar and I was like, ain't it about time for me to go and see my girl anyways? And boom, I had an appointment coming up within the next couple of weeks, because this is not okay and I am sick and I am tired. I also need to find my ring because I was trying to put on some lotion so I wouldn't be ashy, but then I picked up my ring to put it on and it fell. Oh, here it goes. Okay, I found it. Oh, and I found the goodie powder I was looking for. I feel like the last time I came to see my girl up here, she she mentioned that the next thing would be wait, I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's spironolactone, something like that. Anyway, it's an oral medication for acne. And me, myself, I'm one of those people where I be trying not to take oral medications unless I have to. Why? I don't know. The only thing that I don't play around with are headaches, because they very quickly will go from headache to migraine and I just don't have time for that. But the stuff that I'm on right now is a topical, and I think it's like a adapalene / tretinoin cream, I think, and then clindamycin. Clindamycin does absolutely nothing for cystic acne in my experience. Like, it literally does not a thing, but the other cream does. But I feel like I have been applying it consistently day and night and I'm still getting lit up down here, and I don't know what's going on. Like, it has been years, okay, years since I have had trouble with acne down here. Like, the occasional bump around my period, fine, whatever, I can deal with that, but I'm literally feeling like it's just a consistent spiral of cystic acne popping up on my chin. And this one is the latest offender, and it was here for, is it flat now? No, it's still not even flat, and it's been here for a week and a half, maybe even 2 weeks. I'm gonna go with a week and a half, and I've been using those pimple patches, the non-medicated ones, and although I feel like it helps some, especially when it comes to like them sprouting up and being super painful, I think that helps with that, but it's still like, it takes forever for it to go away, and then it's leaving all of these acne scars down here. I have like this pumpkin enzyme mask that has glycolic acid in it that I was just applying all over my face, but I was making sure to do it like every other day when I feel like it was at its worst, and I think that was helping a little bit. But still, I'm just like, can somebody tell me what's going on? Like, how do you go from like not breaking out very often to just like breaking out all the time? I don't understand. I don't understand. So I'm hoping to go in here and I'm hoping she got some news for me. Honestly, as resistant as I've been to popping oral medication, I am feeling like I'm at the point where I'm willing to reconsider. Acne is very hard to deal with, okay? And my acne at one point was like so bad that it was literally affecting my self-confidence in like the worst way. And I've been trying to trudge on like a soldier and be like, you know what? It's fine. But now it's getting to the point where it's starting to make me feel ugly, and now it's too much like that. So I'm gonna go in here, talk to my girl, and see if she has some news for me. Like I said, if it turns out that spironolactone or whatever it's called is the only route that we can take, it is what it is. I'm also open to her like increasing the percentages on the adapalene cream that I'm already using. Like, if I just need to use a stronger percentage of that around my period, I'm okay with that. As long as we're not like getting into Accutane territory, I feel like I'm at the point where I'm willing to like dabble and try it. Let me go up in here because I ain't trying to be late. The jury's out. I will be going on the spironolactone. Apparently it's not supposed to be like lightning fast results. It's supposed to be within like 12 weeks some time frame, but we have decided that it is 100% hormonal because it is just popping up the week before, the week of, the week after my period. So we're gonna see. But I need to go around the corner and get blood work done real quick because I think she said that I need to get my potassium level checked first, and then if it all comes back all Gucci, then she's gonna send me in the prescription. Let's go see the medical vampires. Scratch that. So I was asking old girl how long the wait was, and she couldn't give me an estimate beyond it's pretty long. So I'm gonna look up one of these places closer to my neighborhood and then go like first thing in the morning when they open. That should be fine because I think my derm was saying anyways that it's gonna take them a couple of days to get the results back to her anyways. It's all Gucci.
No sunlight's off, I'm annoyed, I'm trying to focus. You fighting the floor, could you quiet the noise? I'm paid to record, not delivered by the money, I'm at vantage point. Message from the highest, now it's coming up my mind. Let it rain down on my body, watch it blossom in a month. We did the labor for nobody, now it's time to build the fruits of the art of our souls. Let the truth once again.
Haven't really been the greatest vlogger today because your girl has been putting in work, okay? I am trying to put together some reporting and go through it in preparation for my annual review coming up. And it's taking quite some time, okay? I'm having to pull out like specific things that there's not really an easy filter for. So I think I probably have like another 30-45 minutes of doing this. And by then it'll be 6 o'clock, and I'm also a little hungry. So the plan was to make like ground turkey stroganoff for dinner, but it may be looking like some leftover taco salad because if I don't finish this by 6 o'clock and I'm still sitting here, I just feel that there's a chance that I may not want to cook dinner. But other than that, like the day's been going on fine. Like I haven't had any meetings today, which is great. I was just able to get like some of my independent type work done and then jump into doing this. And for sure, this is taking longer than I anticipated. I really didn't think that it was going to take me this long to compile all this stuff together. But because it's for my annual review, I want to make sure that the stuff I'm putting in here is right. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I have one shot at this. My manager's cool, so I may be able to come back and be like, ooh, actually put this in here instead. But that's what it is. That is what today has turned into.
Oh my God!
So I didn't faint or anything like such as. She was actually very, very gentle. I just need to take this Band-Aid off because it's been on for probably like, I don't know, an hour at this. Oh my gosh, not the hair on my arm. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good gracious. You would think, like, I love the Band-Aids that are like the fabric kind, but come on with the adhesive. Why does it have to be so sticky? All right, anyway, now that that's all done and over with, I need to get my workday started. I'm honestly feeling in my spirit like I have no business vlogging today because I feel like I just have so much to get done. First of all, this is breakfast because I really want to take a bite out of these. I stopped by Panera and couldn't decide which pastry that I wanted, so I got both of them. One is a cherry tart and the other one is like an almond something. That almond one is really good. Because the phlebotomist that was taking my blood, she was like, are you fasting? And I was like, unfortunately, yes. Yes, I am. So after she drew my blood, she was like, okay, so what are you gonna eat? I said, baby girl, I'm about to be on the hunt for a pastry. And I looked around to see if I could find like a local coffee shop or bakery to get my pastry from, but I couldn't find any that was on my way home, so I ended up just stopping at Panera. But this almond one is making me want to make like a puff pastry almond dessert with like almond paste. Ooh. This is the exact pastry that I want to make because nothing is gonna beat homemade. You know, Panera bread, I don't know if y'all are lying or not, but there's no way that y'all are baking these fresh every day. I don't know about that. But what I was trying to get out was, I feel like today is gonna be a busy day. For one, I have a good bit of work stuff to do and catch up on, and I also want to start getting some pre-work done because Thanksgiving is next week. And not only that, I'm also trying to get cookie boxes knocked out earlier this year. I didn't do it last year, but the year before I sent out, I don't even know how many cookie boxes, but I made somewhere around 240, 270 cookies. And I would very much so like to do that again this year. With that being said, I also feel like the list of cookies that I made to bake is a little bit ambitious. And by ambitious, let me tell you what I mean. So these are the cookies that I would very much so like to make. So we have chewy ginger, snickerdoodle, brown butter, chocolate chip, oatmeal raisin walnut, crispy coconut, and pecan sandies. I have no idea how I'm gonna make all these cookies because I have 3 days to, well, now that I'm saying it out loud, it doesn't sound as bad. I have 3 days to prep dough and 1 full day to bake because I want to ship them off the day after that to make sure that they get there in time, because I just don't know how these next couple of days are gonna play out. What I wanna do is go through this list of cookies that I made and kind of rank them in order of like must bake and it would be okay if I didn't bake, because if I don't get around to baking all 6 different cookies, I would still like to send like the top tier ones. You know what I mean? I also, on this list, the last time I did this, you know what? We could probably just talk about this later. No, let's talk about it right now. So the last time I did this, I ended up creating a QR code that linked back to a page that I made with links to all the recipes. Something in my soul also wants to do that again this year, but with a twist again, because I would very much so like to watercolor a cookie menu. I see it in my brain. How that's actually going to translate on paper, I do not know, but that's where I am on that. And then on top of that, I also need to make dinner tonight because I did not make dinner last night. I actually ate tortilla chips for dinner because by the time I logged off and just started winding down,
I was over it. So I need to get a move in and get things done. But I hope you're having a wonderful start to your morning, and we'll catch up later. I would, unless they specify something else. So I would maybe get with the Deloitte rep that's asking you. My laptop is currently betraying me. The touch screen is on the fritz. It's just opening and closing apps super repetitively. So while I wait for the reboot, let's open the package. I know exactly what this is, but I'm surprised that it came this fast. I think I might have ordered it yesterday morning. I got a refill on my vanilla bean paste. I am so unbelievably excited about this. I don't think I'm gonna be using it this week to make the cookies that are going in those boxes, but for sure when I make sugar cookies around Christmas time, that's gonna come in handy. And then here we are again with me trying to find a mic. So I'm about to try this right now. And if it's sounding like trash, I'm sending it back, because I also am not a fan of the one that I just used the other day. And I don't know if it's because it's a wireless setup, but child, I couldn't get the audio right. I could not get it right. When I do my little sit down videos, I like to use my flower, because I mean, looking at this crochet flower is like the most beautiful thing ever. But I just don't want to be holding this. I want to actually hold something. So I be clipping it on, and I'm just curious to see like if it sounds like something that y'all would want to listen to. Okay, mic check 1 2 1 2. I mean, is the audio giving? Is it? What happens if I move it away? What happens if I bring it close? Also, I'm just letting you know right now, I'm going to insert these clips, because if this mic does what it needs to do, it's going to make the videos where I'm sitting down just absolutely running my mouth way easier to film, because since I'm using my phone, when it's far away from me, I feel like the audio is really, really echoey. And since my computer is up, I guess I'm going to get back to work and I'm going to review the footage, and I will insert something in the atmosphere to let you know whether or not it worked at all. Y'all, this works so good. Now, I don't know if I'm going to need like a dead cat on here, which is like the little furry thing, because I really do feel like it's picking up all my P's, S's, and T's. But I've arrived. I've officially arrived. Bye. All right. It's time to take a break. And I believe what I'm going to do is declutter my spices right here, because I was supposed to do that this weekend and did not get around to it. And I also need to film a quick outro for the pantry declutter vlog, I think, because I don't think I filmed an outro for that, child. And then what I also wanted to do during this break is try and throw together the dough for one of these cookies. And I am thinking it may be the crispy, chewy Carolina coconut cookie, because it's saying prep time is 20 minutes. Sometimes they be lying, sometimes they don't. But it calls for light brown sugar, which I know I have. And the chocolate chip cookies call for dark brown sugar, which I don't have. And the like Thanksgiving shopping trip is not supposed to happen until tomorrow morning. So I don't know, I'm undecided. If I use all of the light brown sugar for these coconut cookies, then maybe tonight I can also do the chewy ginger molasses cookies, because they don't call for either light or dark brown sugar. It's white sugar used in this. So I'm going to pull these two recipes and have them up at the top, so that if I finish in time, I can get started on one or both of them. I don't understand why, if this is yes. Oh, we're back at it. I'm off work. Well, obviously I'm off work, but I want to bust down these cookies real quick. Specifically the Carolina coconut cookies. And I think what I decided to do is make one batch, because girl, if they're gross, I don't want to be stuck with 2 batches of gross cookies. So I'm going to do 1 batch of those, and then switch gears and see if I can get dinner made, because I have something to do at 7 o'clock and it's like 5:36 right now. So maybe I can get these cookies put together and dinner made before 7 o'clock. And then if
if I feel so compelled, I will come back and put together these chewy ginger molasses cookies. This ginger cookie recipe is linked in another video because like I said earlier, at least I think I did cookie boxes like 2 years ago, and I made, oh my gosh, that year I made these ginger cookies. I did rosemary shortbreads, brown butter chocolate chip, oatmeal raisin, and banana bread, and lemon loaves. And I feel like my brain is forgetting an entirely different cookie. Oh my gosh, this is so crooked. I feel like my brain is forgetting the other cookie that I made, but all that to say, I'm gonna link the video up in the atmosphere of when I made these molasses cookies, because really there's no need for me to include like the walkthrough twice, but let's give these a go. Hopefully they're good. I mean, look at the picture. Look at that. Don't that look good? By the way, this recipe is from Chris Schuer. I have no idea what the name of the website is, but I will link this and all the other recipes below that I end up using for these cookie boxes. So per usual, I have translated the recipe into grams. I find it easier when baking because you don't have to get as many things dirty, because you could just literally use 2 bowls and just measure what you need. I don't tend to worry about grams for like teaspoons and stuff like that, but like for the heavier ingredients like flour, butter, and things like that, I'm going to be using my scale. So first up, we're going to use the butter and combine it with the sugar and the eggs. 100 grams of regular and 100 grams of light brown sugar. 1 egg. And then pretty much this is going to get mixed up, but I'm going to switch gears and measure my dry ingredients. All right, we are going to mix this by hand. See, I don't know why it's having me put the baking soda directly in here, but I know better. So I'm going to put my baking soda in with my flour. And then what I'll do is I'll add my extract directly to the butter mixture. I just don't want to end up with pockets of baking soda that didn't get mixed all the way in. That is a really good looking dough. But do it taste good? I know they say you're not supposed to eat raw eggs, but child, we've been doing it all our lives. We're fine. Okay, very curious to see how the rest of this is going to come together. What I need to do is, it says scoop up the cookies in 2 tablespoon portions and roll the tops and sides in the reserved coconut and bake for 12 to 16 minutes. If I was following it like it says, I'm omitting the toffee, but if I was following that part, you'd pull it, sprinkle the toffee, or it says that you can do turbinado or demerara raw sugar. Return the cookies to the oven and bake for another 2-3 minutes. So I'm just going to portion these cookies out, and I'm going to put them on my prepared cookie sheets and withhold 2 because I just want to see if they're good. Because if they are good, I'm just going to run this recipe right on back because it was like so easy and so fast to put together. Like, what did they say? So easy a caveman could do it. Yeah, girl, it was that easy. I feel compelled to put this note in here that because I am only baking off 2 cookies today, what I'm not going to do is roll them in the coconut just yet. I'm only going to roll the ones that I'm baking off in the coconut, and then the other ones I'm just going to let ride in the refrigerator. And then when it comes time to bake them off, then I will roll them before baking. And again, I have 3 days. So once these solidify in the fridge, I'm going to pop them in gallon freezer bags and then deal with them on cookie baking day. The recipe says that it makes 20 servings, but I don't really know what 20 servings is. Like, is that 2 cookies a person, 1 cookie a person, 1 cookie per person?
I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look. I am quite literally stunned because this made exactly 20 cookies. And I looked at my Amazon account. This is a 1 tablespoon Gorilla Scoop. So I will link it down in the description below if you are in need of one. I did 2 tablespoons per cookie. So I changed my mind. I'm gonna take 3 cookies and bake 3 cookies off in the oven and see how they turn out. I thought I was gonna be able to run this back, but this is all the coconut that I have left in this bag, and I need it for the topping, and it's also not enough to run the recipe a second time. So in lieu of that, what I think I'm going to do is, it's 6:15. I think I need to start dinner. If I feel like an absolute legend later on, I will come back in here and do the next cookie, which the second one that I pulled out is going to be the chewy ginger molasses cookie. What's for dinner, you're probably wondering. I'm gonna make some no beef stroganoff. And the reason why I'm calling it that, because girl, we are using ground turkey, okay? Beef was not on sale, ground turkey was. And also a caveat here, I don't have any mushrooms. I completely forgot to get them. I'm undecided on whether or not I'm gonna pick up some mushrooms tomorrow, saute them separately and then add them in, or if I'm just about to eat no beef stroganoff without mushrooms, you dig? You know I love a good cook's note. This is not my recipe. The one that I'm following, I just found online on a whim, and it looked like the easiest method to get stroganoff. So I will link that as well in the description box in case you are interested. Let me let that get all moulez-vous couché avec moi. I need to rotate my pan. Oh, these are looking good already. Okay. Is at a full 12 minutes. I'm glad I only did 3 because adjustments are gonna need to be made, babes. Let's show. Onions in. It's a little bit more than what the recipe called for, but it makes no sense to put this little bit of onions into the fridge. So in it goes. Garlic in. If I had the mushrooms, they would be going in now, but we already talked about that, girl. Those may or may not happen tomorrow. Adding flour to start the sauce. Worcestershire sauce. Dijon. And beef broth. This is looking weird, but, you know, I've learned sometimes you just have to keep going. That is good and came together so quick. Okay, I think it could be a little bit creamier for a stroganoff, but that as is really good, and I wouldn't be upset if I was eating that for dinner, and I'm not upset because that is my dinner. Moving on to these cookies though. This is what that first batch of coconut cookies is hitting on. That's a good cookie. It's not as coconutty as you would think considering how much coconut went into the batter. But that is rather delightful. I have finished cooking at 7 o'clock on the dot, so I gotta run and maybe back later, maybe not. Yeah,
wrote a song. When I hear it, here it go. It's 7:30 Wednesday. It's 64 degrees. I ain't got my groceries, but my groceries, they got me. I'm gonna go get these deals. The sale starts today. Listen, baby girl, you know I didn't come to play. First, period.
That was legitness.
Yeah, it was, huh?
No, for real. It's 7:30 in the morning, and I'm out here in these streets because I need to go get these groceries. And like I said in my wrap, the sale starts today. So I want prime choice of what they got out here. I don't have time to be bouncing from store to store because people are sold out of the things that I need. So I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go. This is like the Thanksgiving trip, and also gonna pick up a couple of things to finish my cookies. Yeah. Honestly, my brain is short-circuiting because I didn't go to bed until like 12 o'clock, maybe like 12:30, and I'm tired and my feet still kind of hurt. I also left the house without eating anything. Huge mistake on my part, so I may actually have to pull up at somebody's Chick-fil-A and get a biscuit. Ooh, my nose is itching. I may have to pull up at somebody's Chick-fil-A and get a biscuit or something because I just don't foresee myself making it. I ate around like 7 and then stayed up so late. It's like I lived another whole half a day before I went to bed, and I'm starving. Anyway, good morning. Low key, the original plan was for me to be at the grocery store for like 6:15, but I quite simply just could not get it together. And on top of that, it was pouring, raining, which it's like drizzling now, and that is, I can live through that. I can live with the drizzling, but I would really prefer for it to not be pouring rain when I'm trying to tote groceries in the house. So as I sit here in this car, I'm thinking of how I'm going to have my groceries bagged up. I think I'm going to just do it where I'm taking everything that's fresh and has to be refrigerated in the house, and then leave everything else that's like non-perishable in the car in case it's pouring by the time I get back. This is the list here, and then I just have like a couple of things on this piece of paper here. So I'm hoping I'm not in the store very long, but we'll see. I am actually mortified by the price of this coconut. It is on the bottom shelf, and yet it is $3.49. What? So I just kind of need to shove this stuff in the refrigerator and then come back and deal with it later, because I have, child, I know you can't see me, I'm so sorry. I have a training that I'm hosting that I just want to review my information for. And yeah, so after I do that training and I take my like mid-morning break, I will come back and show you the stuff that I brought in the house, because most certainly, everything did not get brought in the house. Some of that stuff is for sure sitting outside. Mostly non-perishables. Well, really not mostly. All of them are non-perishables, so I ain't too much concerned. But I had to bring in like dairy and stuff like that. Okay, I'm done yapping. See you later. All right, so leave this one with me, and I'll reach out to that team and find out if there's a fix that they can implement. It's very much so 12:17, and I'm trying to decide if I want to go ahead and take my break now or just do like a quick little 15 like mid-morning quotations break, go back and do some stuff, and then take my break later. And the issue is coming up because I need to go back out to the store. I actually wanted to go to a different Kroger than the one that I went to way in the wee hours of this morning, because they didn't have everything that I needed there. And I also, oh my gosh, what was I saying? They didn't have everything that I needed there. And then I also wanted to go back and get that Popeyes turkey. A discussion has been had, and that is the move this Thanksgiving. It seems like a fun thing to try, and also that would be less work on me too, because it's I think it's even pre-cooked and pre-seasoned. So like you just thaw it out and warm it in the oven, which I'm not upset about at all. I can do a bird for like Christmas or just in between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Anyway, what I'm getting at is that I just don't know how I want to allocate my time right now, because at 12 o'clock, like it's giving rush hour lunch traffic, and I don't want to be caught in that because it's just going to make my errand longer than it needs to be. So I'm pretty certain I've just answered my own question. Let me just go through the groceries that I got, because like I still have this bag here that I didn't empty because it didn't need to go into the fridge, and then I have 2 bags that I just shoved in here. Whoa, jar fell, chow. Yeah, I have 2 bags that I shoved in here that I need to like go through the contents and put them up properly. While I'm standing here, let's talk about the things that I put in the refrigerator that it actually makes no sense to take back out. So I bought 2 dozen eggs because they didn't have an 18 count. I have a half gallon of milk in there. And okay, I think that's it. I think everything else is in the bags. Let's start with this bag right here. I have 2 ham hocks. We're on the fence about using ham hocks or smoked turkey this year, and I'm usually a ham hock girl, and you know, I just couldn't convince myself to do the smoked turkey this year. Blueberries, 3 blocks of cheese. These were they on sale? Am I lying? I think they were on sale, but like not a really good sale. I want to say it was 2 for $6 maybe. So I have 1 mild cheddar and 2 sharp, a total of 5 pounds of butter. Okay, these were on sale for $2.99 a pound with my little digital coupon. So I got the max, which was 5, and I need all 5 pounds of butter for these cookies. So I got that, and you're only seeing 4 boxes because I actually had to break down a box already because more cookies need to be made today. These are for the coconut cookies, and then, oh my gosh, I need to pull out even more butter. I do. Hold on. Not me not doing the math correctly. I need 1 more stick. Now that makes more sense. So if the calculations that I did are correct, I'm going to be using all of this butter before the end of the week, y'all. Maybe if I'm lucky, I will have 1 box to just put in my freezer for me. 2 bags of shredded coconut for the cookies, gallon bags, a bag of light and brown sugar, which neither of these was on sale. Like, how absurd is it to not have sugar on sale the week before Thanksgiving? Like, I am so annoyed. Neither was the baking powder, but I needed some more of that. Raisins for cookies, 3 onions. Let me put this over here. A loaf of bread, mushrooms, because I went ahead and decided that I'm gonna saute the mushrooms and add them into the stroganoff that I made yesterday. Hopefully it doesn't make it taste weird because it's being added after the fact, but I'll deal with that later. Bananas, garlic, and an avocado. Not related to Thanksgiving at all. The garlic is for avocado toast, and the garlic is just for like random everyday dinner type stuff. Oh, found another onion. Some sweet potatoes for Thanksgiving because I'm gonna try my hand at making candied yams. I know these are not technically yams, they are sweet potatoes, but I'm gonna make some shake with these, okay? And I've never made candied yams before. At least I don't have a memory of doing it. I might have tried it once, like years and years and years. I don't even know where I'm gonna put this. Okay, I'll figure that out later. I may have tried years and years and years ago, but again, I prefer my sweet potatoes in pie form. I'm not the girl chasing down sweet potato souffle or candied yams. Like, I want sweet potato pie. Nevertheless, I figured I could try it to see if I can make some shake. And then a refill on lemons and apples, because believe it or not, the majority of those apples from the orchard are pretty much gone. Like, there is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and I would count this as 11, but it's so small. Are we even, you know what? I should probably just eat this right now.
because I also haven't eaten anything. So there's that. But yeah, that's all I have to share. Again, the other groceries are still in the trunk because they were non-perishables and I wasn't as concerned about bringing them up the stairs. It wasn't raining, but I needed to like put this stuff up so I could log in for work. So I will get that stuff like later today, maybe even tomorrow, being honest. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all. I'm about to put this stuff up and then figure out how to nourish myself because I haven't eaten anything at all today. Probably will eat the rest of my pastry from yesterday, this little apple, and just take it back to my desk until I decide to take my actual break. The name of the game is Something Else Happened, and I am trying to help someone figure out what the heck is going on. And this reporting is just taking a really, really long time to run. I have a hunch of what broke, but the only way I'm going to be able to verify it is by these reports, which are taking their time. So I'm just going to eat my lunch while I'm sitting here, and then hopefully I can get this figured out within like the next 20-30 minutes because it's 15 till 2 o'clock. Oh my gosh. What happened to this day? I don't know. I feel like the morning was like went by super fast because it was full of meetings. But golly, it's very strange. Like I don't know how I looked up and it was 20 till 2 o'clock. Pretty close. Got 37. So some of these are biggies and some of these are smalls, but I'm not making another batch of these. Starting to fade a little bit from this day. I just feel like it's been more eventful than the norm, and spending nearly 2 hours at a grocery store to then come back and work a full day, baby. And not take a real break, because what did I do during my break? I baked cookies. Not baked cookies, but I put together a batch of cookies and put some cookies up. So I'm just feeling like I'm running on a little bit empty, but this recipe is not new to me, so it should come together fairly quickly. This is a brown butter chocolate chip. I will link all of the recipes that I'm baking in this vlog. I will link down below in case you missed me saying that earlier. And the way that this recipe is written, I am gonna double it, and I'm omitting the toffee pieces because people I know tend to just like straight up chocolate chip cookies. They don't want no extra stuff in it unless it's nuts, but then there's also people with allergies. So I'm just gonna do straight up chocolate chip. The real question right now is if I left this butter in the refrigerator too long. And yeah, it's hard. Okay, well, can stainless steel go in the microwave? Oh my gosh, I don't even know. Hey, can stainless steel go in the microwave? Okay. I don't know why I'm so scared to do this. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I think I'm worried because it's giving flashbacks of when you tried to put your leftover hamburger or hot dog in the microwave and it was wrapped in foil and it didn't end well. I mean, I don't smell anything weird. All right, glory. That's great news for future use. It worked. 1 minute in there on like the auto defrost mode. Sweet! I very much so believe that this is all I got on it for this evening. I pre-prepped stuff for the oatmeal raisin cookies tomorrow. I'm gonna try my best to get up and get going really early tomorrow because I still need to go back to the grocery store and get those last couple of things that I was concerned about. And also, somehow, while prepping the ingredients for the oatmeal raisin cookies, can somebody tell me how I completely forgot to buy rolled oats? Huh? I literally just had the biggest laugh because I'm just like, baby girl, there's no substitute. You can't use quick oats in those cookies because it's not going to be right. So I'm going to pick those up tomorrow along with the other few things that I was concerned about getting from the store before the crowds. That's all I got on it for this evening. The sizzling that you hear are the mushrooms because I figured I should go ahead and get those going before I looked up and changed my mind. And then next thing I know it, I have rotting mushrooms in my refrigerator because that has happened to me on more than one occasion. I'm going to put my feet up somewhere and just chill for the rest of the evening. And then I will be back with more baking tomorrow and also work because I didn't take nail day off this week.